Georgia. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 15th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Trying to give them some room to work with. Stopped just short of the 20. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 19. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
They want to run this quarterback. Picks up the first down. He's loose. Running inside the 20. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Aggie. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And you just cannot draw up the start of a season any better than that. Opening drive of the first game of the year, and quick fire. You're down the field, scoring 6. This offense is explosive.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just addresses everything you need.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And man, that's a great job by this defense, using the offensive momentum. They go down the field, score, they get you jacked up, excited. Defense is about adrenaline, and they've really been able to play fast and physical and hard. Now they come out, 3 plays, they get the stop and force a 4th down.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Caught, close to the marker, it's Foster. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down.
Leaves it with the running back. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Volunteers can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the ball's fine. Off the play fake. Pocket breaking down. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice his safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
The Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The pull and throw off the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety.
Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground, knocked down at the 28-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback on the keeper. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Hauls it in. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. If you're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And the Volunteers had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field.
great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the air on second down. The sweet feet buy a little time. He's got it on the move. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answers so far. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got it on the run. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Ball is at the 3-yard line. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone, but they'll need to move forward here on fourth and short. Has to get there to move the sticks. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down. And the Vols want to crank the tempo. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Back to throw, it's Jolly. Quick completion on the out route. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
And the Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass on second down. Shoots it to the left. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. First play of the period, first down here. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off, great job getting the backfield, making the play.
The Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Looking to fire. Moving away from pressure. Oh, what a cut! And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Looking to pass. It's Jolly. And they fail to hook up on third down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up one first down, but really nice job there on that third down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Using his feet. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. They recovered their own fumble, but they'll still have to give up the football and turn over on downs. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening. Run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
And the defense registers their first sack, and they're bringing pressure from the second level. They're going to do a really good job in this game changing up the looks, trying to confuse this offensive line, and they did it there.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Quarterback extends the play. Got his man on the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They are perfect on 4th down so far in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Trying to escape and get it himself. He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to you.
The Vols with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Finds a crease at the 20. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Rides to back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something open. And maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
This offense has been money on fourth down here in the first half. They'll try to make it 3 for 3. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throwing right. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top 10 class. You know the talent is really, really good. The young talent pushes the older talent, Jesse, and it just makes the squad obviously so much better.
And with that top 10 class, David, they really feel like they were able to reload the roster. And they think they've got some impact freshmen in this class as well. Can't wait to see what they do today. The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
To the air, it's Jolly. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. And the Aggies come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to keep it in the air. Buying some time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Finds his back in the middle. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Volunteers are threatening on first and goal. He'll keep it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
They'll try it again from the one on second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line.
some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. The give to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Here's the handoff. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Back to throw. It's Jolly. Bringing the heat. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. After the run, now to throw. Going for the big play. Reels it in down the left side. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. Lost a throw on first down. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got a man. It's Castellanos. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. Got him in the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Aggie!
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And he tacked on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Rushes on him. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying play action. Here's a hit. He'll try to do it himself. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he's going to bring this one out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tennessee ready to go to work the big orange offense on the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the string. Oh, he's got some space. The 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Volunteer. He got a step and just dusted the field. Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Stanford has the lead right now, but there's no John Elway on this team, and that's why we have a tight one there on the farm. They're up by 11 over Fresno State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Grabbed behind the line. It's Castellanos. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Fires to the right, and they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Then that last drive, if you want to call it that, was efficient. One big run for a score, David. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, and I find it hard-pressed they're not going to give it right back to him. You break that long of a run, get a touchdown, Jesse.
He's going to fire deep. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Tennessee.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Texas A&M has it back on the offense, ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Back to throw, it's Jolly. Just a short pass to the tight end. He'll get it out to the 43-yard line. That's where they mark him out of bounds, and this offense is starting to do a little work. The Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Pulls and fires complete. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
From the shotgun, the inside give. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Uncorks one to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And I think that right there has been one of the biggest stories of this game so far. The reason this team trails is they can't get one of their best players the football in the passing game. This guy's a weapon. He eats defenses alive each and every week and has yet to make one catch in this game.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gun of the field. Instead, it'll be second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time it's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. And the Aggies headed quickly to the line. On the move. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up
after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. Back to pass. It's Jolly. Under fire. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
I know we're in the 3rd quarter, but because they're trailing like they are, they're right now in 4-down mode every single drive. You throw an incompletion down in the red zone, this is a no-brainer. They're going to be throwing it again, and we'll see if the defense can step up here.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Going for 6. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year, and he comes up with a massive play right there.
Give him 96 yards rushing, and this offense wanted to establish the ground game, and man, have they started the season right in that regard. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the explosive play, they're on the move all the way to the 44.
That's a pretty impressive throw, man. That's given me Peyton Manning to Peerless Price memories back when I was watching them, playing against them in college. That was a thing of beauty right there. There's a nice chemistry that this quarterback has with his group of wide receivers, and you see that in the timing of these throws.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown ball! Once he got some room, it was over.
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's Jolly. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. It's complete. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
And, man, that's a big-time play for this offense. This quarterback, he's put the ball in harm's way. He's already had a couple of interceptions. This ball was kind of a 50-50 ball. Nice to see the receiver make a play and get some yards after the catch. Make a big play for this offense.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy.
Turning it on. And into the end zone. Oh, the ball's out after that big play.
And what a great play by the defense. Put their backs against the wall. They create the fumble and then jump on it in their own end zone for the touchback.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to run it. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with the first down in the final period. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws to the tight end. Makes a grab in the open. At the 40, there he goes. Oh, there were a few steps there. He was thinking touchdown, but they finally get him down after the big pickup at the 25.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless of how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Big guy tries to barrel in. Touchdown, Volunteer. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent, beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
And a running game can be really hard to stop when you got so many guys that can do some damage, and this defense has taken some licks. This QB's made it look silly a couple of times, but they're starting to adjust. Gotta like that play right there, getting to him and getting him on the ground.
Dropping back, it's Jolly. Gonna take a shot at this DB. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Hits the crease. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas A&M. The result of this game is going to sting for sure, but you've got to continue to build, you've got to improve, and you can take some positives out of this late hustle and build for next week.
There's always positives. The coaches are always looking for those things that we did well. What did we do well so we can do more of it in the future? Finding some things here late that they did well.
That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what...
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Castellanos. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Scanning the field, it's Jolly. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy. And because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football. And that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. It's incomplete and maybe a little too aggressive from this senior trying to fit that one in there.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, man, another incompletion. That's 3 in a row.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Off the play fake on first down. Blasted as he lets it go. Touchdown ball! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
Tennessee 63, Texas A&M 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Castellanos. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. We'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. This is a designed run.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. So you really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Looking to throw, it's Jolly. Snags it over the middle. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. Texas A&M going quickly.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The play action fake. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time.
This quarterback has just been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Great job with his decision-making. He's now got over 350 passing yards.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've for next week.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Castellanos. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Pressure coming. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
To the air, it's Jolly. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
Wide out trying to get it in. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6. Oh, they blocked the extra point.
Yeah, and this offense needs a spark, man. Down big. Listen, it's game 1. It's not the end of the world, but we got a deficit. Got to put some drives together. Nice drive here. Now the defense needs to do their part because they got to put this thing in turbo.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now, but we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Making side adjustments here. To the air on first down. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long.
From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Misses receiver there. It's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. Just to throw on first down off the play fake. He wants a big play here late. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
Makes the grab. It's Castellanos. And the defense wrestles him to the ground. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. The Aggies can really attack on this second and short. Looking for a man. It's Jolly. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Motion from the back. Wants to throw on third down. Quick strike complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And Jesse, there's a huge mountain to climb here, but you might as well start with a chunk play.
Well, you got to start somewhere, Reese. It's been tough going for this offense all game long. They find themselves in a hole, but I love it.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on second down. Looking to buy time. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Got some room to run. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Volunteers. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. He picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him corralled, but not before he gets that return out to the 35. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw, it's Jolly. Here comes the heat. And this is dropped and incomplete, and that's sort of a microcosm of how this game has gone, and time has run out. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, David. To me, after watching that absolute beatdown, you can't help but think to yourself, this is a college football playoff caliber team. If they play like that, moving forward,